Good evening. Welcome to another kill count playtest. This is going to be bringing in our fourth character, showing a four-player game. I've already, again, got the board set up and minis on the field. So we'll go ahead and talk about what's on the board. Then I'm going to go ahead and remove the reference cards and we'll begin play. The board is set up on the half of a kill team board this time. Once we get to the 3 to 4 player mark, I find that you can play pretty comfortably on half a kill team board. You can also, if you want to, increase to the full size board. That just means you're probably going to have more movement between interactions or between different environment effects, or that just means you're going to be putting on a lot more terrain. Both are awesome. Both are great options. However, for tonight's game, I'm going to be playing in this more compact play space. We have the equipment depot marker in the center. Again, all equipment depots, the first time you move onto one, you get to draw a card. Alternatively, you can discard your whole hand and draw that many cards instead. You can do that once per depot that you move onto per turn. So a character could move onto two different equipment depots and draw two cards, or discard their hand and draw up their hand 2 times. But you can't do it with the same depot twice. So let's go ahead and remove that marker now that we've explained it. All right. A new terrain type that we're adding for today's game is gravity. That is going to be the marker over in the corner there, that left-hand side past the rubble. Gravity, when you step within that space, when you enter that space, you roll a d6, and on a 1 through 3, you're going to be reducing your next move action's base movement by 3 inches. So instead of being able to move 6 inches at base, you're going to move 3 inches at base. That doesn't eliminate any speed bonuses or movement bonuses you already are gaining from equipment cards or features. So if you have something that can keep you going, that's fine. However, on the flip side, gravity is great because on a 4 through 6, it increases your next move action by 6 inches. So it can be really awesome if you want to blaze across the field really, really fast. We're going to remove that reference card marker, but I'm going to keep it for my own reference off the board. We also have the usual suspects. We have radiation over in the back there, that green marker. When you move into that space, you roll a d3, and for that many rounds at the end of your turn, you take it down by 1. You are irradiated. While you're irradiated, you gain an additional power anytime you would gain power. And if you roll a 1, you die. But wait, there's more, because anyone who moves within the area effect of normal radiation, 3 inches, of you also becomes irradiated. And if they died of radiation, you get a kill if they got it from you. So think of it like you're spreading a plague, or you're spreading the radiation. Another usual suspect is going to be burning. You roll a d6. On 1 through 4, you just take 1 damage. And on a 5, your next attack action has +1 to your attack and +1 to your damage. And then on a 6, you take 2 damage, and your next attack has +2 attack and +2 damage. Now, there's 2 characters who we'll get to in a second who might really want to take advantage of that because they have 4 hit points to start and are able to, tank that 6 if they roll it. We also have tall, as usual, our rubble patches. These 2 pieces here, those scrap piles, are going to be tall, which means you can't move through them. You can't see through them. You can't draw line of sight for visibility. And you have to move around them. There is an exception to this with a specific new character, and we'll talk about them in a minute. But that's tall. And finally, charged, our hot potato effect, which is roll a d6. At the end of your turn, you reduce that total rolled by 1, and when the total equals 0, you die. As always, a successful attack action will pass that charge off to the player who you hit. So it's a way to get rid of it, and whoever gave it to the person who dies from it gets the kill if that character dies from the charged. So, with all that in mind, let's talk about our characters. We have some regular favorites, the same minis as before. I did swap out 1 mini, so we'll talk about that. And then we have the new character as well, and we'll talk about that new character first. Let's talk about the Berserker. We are going to be using a Battle Sisters model for our Berserker, just because I've got a few others planned and I feel like this is a fun, cheeky nod to the future. I actually, as a side note, really enjoyed painting this. I'm still kind of working on it, but I thought we could just bring her in now, Sister Superior. So, the Berserker has, let's talk about this character. The Berserker character has 4 hit points and 3 defense. So, much like the Soldier, it has 4 hit points and 3 defense. Unlike the Ninja and the Omenseer, who are also on the board. For 2 power, the Berserker can crash through. As part of a move action, the Berserker can pass through walls horizontally up to 2 inches thick and attack a visible target within 6 inches. So remember that tall terrain? If it is less than 2 inches thick, she can move through it using 2 power to crash through. But if the direction that you're trying to move is more than 2 inches, say from this far side here all the way over to there, then that would be a no bueno. That would not work. Crash through would not be able to make that happen because it's more than 2 inches. And then for 4 power, our Berserker has Unrelenting Fury. Instead of dying, hit points are 0. Instead of dying, immediately gain 1 hit point and move up to 6 inches towards the attacker. There's a fun, interesting play with burning, because burning is not attacking you, but if the Berserker dies to burning, the Berserker could spend 4 power to bring themselves back up to 1 and still have the +2 to attack and +2 to damage on their next attack action. So that's something to keep in mind, that there is a last-ditch way that the Berserker can avoid getting killed by many terrain types. What about the quest criteria? All you have to do is deal damage with Crash Through twice, and you have completed your Berserker quest. So you want to break through things, you want to move through terrain, solid state terrain, you want to get through it so you can get that extra attack in and then get that damage and complete your quest. And when you complete your quest, you gain this passive where when you crash through, you gain +2 defense until the start of your next turn. So once you've completed your quest passive, you can either go a defense build and become really, really difficult to take down, or you can go far more into the attack, and you're going to have the opportunity to, as long as you're spending power to crash through things, you're going to be able to line up those skilled kills, right? You got a skill ceiling here to play with, while also getting that defense bonus to keep you survivable if you decided to tech out into attack or damage. Okay, that's going to be the Berserker. We have other characters as well. We're going to look here. Our pink Sanriel Marine I swapped out for a similar pink Sanriel Marine, but with a big blue flame, so we can really tell where they are. And that is the same ninja as always. We have the Omenseer in the corner, our green Eldari, and then over here our white Fire Warrior from the Tau Empire is also going to be our soldier tonight. So that is going to be all our characters. Let's start the card process. So we've got terrain set up. We've talked about it. We've talked about characters. Now let's look at our hands. We're going to start with the Berserker. The Berserker got Glory, Jump Pack, New Game Plus, Targeting Array, and Aggression. We're going to equip New Game Plus, because the cheeky little move that we can do is we can immediately reset our kill goal on our turn and gain attack, defense, and damage boost until we are killed. So that's going to help us hopefully snowball. So we're just going to straight up equip that. The next card that we're going to go ahead and dust, I think because we're going to want to crash through terrain more than anything else, is either going to be Targeting Array or Jump Pack. We don't want to do Targeting Array because we want to get really close to our target. We want to get within 6 inches. So we're going to go ahead and dust Targeting Array to get 3 power for our first turn. And that's going to leave us with Aggression, Jump Pack, and Glory in hand. Okay. Let's talk about our ninja. Our ninja who likes movement, decoy dodge. We want to be hit early on, and then we're going to use an inescapable assassin to make sure that we can confirm our kills. Okay, we have 360 no scope as an attack action. Select a visible target. Okay, let's see. What do we have fully in hand? I just get excited when I see those 4-cost cards. We have 360 no scope for 4 power, ballistic plating, Giga Gauntlet, Displacement Field, and Brutality. Okay, this is fantastic. We can absolutely just dust Brutality, but we might want to dust something of higher value first. The question is, do we want to keep 360 no scope and equip that? Because as long as someone is within 12 inches, we can just kill them. I think we're going to try that and see if we can get some easy, fast kills right out of the gate. Because if we can do that, that sounds fun. And then we're definitely going to hold on to Giga Gauntlet. We don't want to get rid of that. Giga Gauntlet is one of those great in the pocket. It works for every character. It's +2 to your attack as long as you're within 3 inches of the target. And mid to late game, you're usually going to be up close as the ninja. So we're going to hold on to that. Ballistic Plating is a great defense card as long as we're within 6 inches. So that might be something for mid game we want to equip with our Giga Gauntlet. So we might want to hold on to both of these. And so let's get rid of Displacement Field. Let's do that. And we're going to dust Displacement Field and get 3 power. Also, as a side note, we're going to retain Brutality, Giga Gauntlet, and Ballistic Plating in hand. We have equipped 360 no scope on the ninja. And before we move on to the Omenseer, I just want to say I feel like I'm getting more comfortable talking through what we're doing. And these battle reports are just only helping me better understand the game. So thank you for being here on this journey with me. Now, let's talk about the Omenseer. We have desync error in hand, thrusters, agility, and reroll. Well, we definitely don't need 2 agilities because, I mean, we could, but what we're going to look for is the Omenseers. We want a lot of power. We want to be dusting a lot of cards to get our divination to become unstoppable as a killing machine. The only real threat, once we're at that point, I'm personally feeling might be the Berserker, because they're going to be able to withstand anything we throw at them once they've unlocked their quest. So we want to try and avoid that if possible. Let's go with Desync Error as maybe the card to keep. We want to hold reroll. And then do we need thrusters? I don't know if we need thrusters right now because we have that smoke. We can kind of hide in smoke there. I mean, nope, that's not smoke. That's gravity. Never mind. That's a different game. So gravity, we could use that to get around early on. So I don't think we need thrusters. With 2 agilities, the question is, yeah, so let's equip Desync Error for 3. And then let's dust our thrusters. And that's going to get 2 power for our Omenseer, leaving us with 2 agilities and a reroll in hand. And we're probably going to dust both agilities right out of the gate, so we go up to 6 power. That might be really helpful for us. Also, we're equipping the Desync Error. One of the reasons why I'm doing that is because we are the farthest target from the ninja, and the ninja is going to be moving before us. So if they do roll that classy 6 and take us out, we're going to be able to get a chance to attack them one more time and at least pop them a little bit. So we might, we're not going to be able to kill them, but we might be able to, be spicy in return. So let's look at the soldier as our last character. Soldier has in hand not such a great hand. We're gonna see what happens here. Okay. Energy Blast, Cheat Code, Change Terrain, Thrusters, and Glory. All right. Last game, you saw me using Cheat Code with the soldier to take that kill from the Omenseer. And so this game, I'm feeling like I might want to dust this just to show off other stuff. Energy Blast is great. Change Terrain is good. Thrusters can be helpful for our soldier early on, especially because we're wanting to do our 2 power, set up some cover. Really what we would have loved is maybe an Overwatch, so we could just hunker down in that spot since we got that tall terrain, and we could just wait for someone to come into our line of sight. But we don't have that luck today. So we're going to go ahead and, oh boy. Yeah, let's dust Cheat Code for 3 power. And then, so soldier has 3 power to start. And, oh my goodness gracious, do we equip Energy Blast? Thrusters, change terrain. We're obviously not equipping glory, but that's a good one to dust. Change terrain. We could change the gravity into something like smoke, or we could change this charged into smoke. I keep saying smoke because smoke is so useful, and we haven't had it in a game yet. But it might be necessary to bring that in. But I don't know. Let's equip this. Okay, so I am actually feeling this is a tough decision, but you know what? That's all right. When in doubt, go for the highest costing thing. We're going to do Energy Blast. There we go. It's a pro gamer move right there. All right. Round 1. Turn 1, the Berserker. All the way over here. And I just realized I don't have my ruler. So we're going to go grab a ruler. And we are back with the kids' ruler. You got to take it back to the 90s. Love a little bit of vintage. So we're going to adjust that. There we go. With our Berserker here, reminder, terrain 2 inches in height. Well, that's really shiny, isn't it? 2 inches in height, we can ignore. So if we went through here, we'd just ignore it, but that would put us in burning. Something to also keep in mind is that this ninja, we can see the ninja, but they do get cover bonus because we don't see all the ninja. We have visibility, but they have cover. We don't see the Omenseer because this big water tower pipe thing is in the way. But we could, one thing we could do is we could crash through if there was a target. The problem is the target needs to be within 6 inches. So what cards do we have in hand? We have Glory, Jump Pack, and Aggression. We also have New Game Plus, which we're immediately going to reset our kill goal. So our kill goal is 0. We reset it to 0. We now have +1 attack, +1 defense, +1 damage until killed. That was just automatic. We just had that. That's great. We have 3 power. Let's dust Jump Pack for 1 AP. Now we have 2 AP, but 6 power. I feel like that is going to be good for us because, trying to find a 6 on this D12. There we go. It's going to be good for us because now we've got plenty of options. We have Glory and Aggression. We could have also dusted the Glory as part of that, so I'm just going to say we did because that would bring us up to 8 power, which is even better for us. And let's see if I can find the 8 on this D12. Yeah, it's under my thumb the whole time. There we go. All right. We are set for power right now. I think the next thing we're going to want to do, since this ninja has that 360 no scope, I don't think this is good to let the ninja have that for as so early in the game. I think even though it's a 5 to hit, it might be good to just try and get rid of it. Because we have that +1 attack. Let's think about the math. Normally it would be a 4 to hit the ninja, +1 from cover is a 5. However, we have +1 attack. So that 5 to hit would be 4s. So if we roll a 4, which is a 50% chance to hit, we will be doing 2 damage. And on a 5 or higher, we'll be doing 3 damage. These are pretty good odds. I think we're just straight up going to try and hit the ninja and force the decoy dodge and push them somewhere else, right? Like we want to, the thing is they could use that. That's the thing is they could use that decoy dodge, but it's better to get it started, I feel. However, if we roll a 5 or a 6 and hit them for 3, they're going to block 2, which is helping them fat. You know what? We're just going to try anyways. We've talked about it long enough. Let's just do it. So we're going to roll a D6, and we just need 4 or higher. We get a 2. So, all that conversation doesn't matter. That's fine. That's our second AP. We have 1 more AP we can do. I feel like, I don't know if we can Could we even get... I don't think so. So I think what we'll do is move the 3 inches and just park up there. I think I burned myself on that salt lamp. There we go. We're just going to park our mini right there. Oh, yeah, I totally burned myself on that hot rock. Be careful, folks. Rocks are hot. So we're going to park ourselves there, which gives us maybe a little bit more cover. All right, Ninja's turn. Ninja is going to look at the cards in hand, but we are probably going to just go ahead and try and 360 no-scope the Omenseer. We have Brutality. Oh, that could be hard. Giga Gauntlet and Ballistic Plating. Let's go ahead and just try 360 no-scope twice. We're going to use 3 AP and go for the Omenseer twice. So first attack is a 4, which is nothing. It's nothing. Because we got to get a 6. Excuse me. For 360 no-scope, it's its own attack action. So as an attack action, select a visible target further than 12 inches and roll a d6. On an unmodified roll of 6, the target dies. So we have to get a 6. It's not a great chance. So we have to get a 6. But then they just drop dead. So second try for 2 AP. We get a 1. Okay, so no, nothing. That's the ninja's full turn. So that's the beauty of 360 is you hopefully roll hot. And if you don't roll hot, you can get stuck out. It is now going to be the Omenseer's turn. And the Omenseer, let's see what they have in hand. Agility, and reroll. I think we're just going to dust as an action both agilities for 4, bringing us up to 6 power. Yeah, that feels good. Then we're going to use our divination for 2, bringing us down to 4 power, which is an action. So we'll have 1 AP left. We're going to roll our 2d6. We get a 1 and a 5. I think we're going to retain the 1 as part of our quest criteria. So we're going to retain the 1, and I'm going to leave that right there so I don't forget about it. Actually, I'm going to put it up by the elf. That way we remember. Why don't I put it on the card? You might be asking. That's because if I put the dice on the card, I will forget. So we're going to put it by the mini. And with 1 AP left, let's go ahead and have them move 6 inches to the gravity and roll and see what they get. They get a 1, so their next move action is going to be 3 inches at base instead of 6 inches at base. And what we're going to do is I'm going to put a d6 over there with a 3 on it just to remind myself. I end up having these little chains of d6s in my games just to remind myself of what goes where. So they are now slowed by the gravity. They jump off of that building and land there. And as they land, they do a heroic hero pose. They've summoned the fates. Actually, yeah, they've summoned fate into their own self. And they know what's going on. They feel confident. They've gotten their divination. That's going to be their turn. Moving on to the soldier. The soldier has 3 power, 4 hit points, an energy blast attached. So we want to gain some power. We're definitely going to be, in that case, we're going to go all in and just discard our whole hand. We're going to do 2, 4, 5, going up to 8 power. We're just going to do that up to 8 power. Swoosh. And then that gives us 2 AP left. I feel the best thing to do at the moment is to try and get, so what we could do is go around, and that might actually be best, right? We're going to use set them up during a move action. Place a 1x2 wall piece within 1 inches of your base. So we're going to move 6 inches. Yeah. To about there. About there. Yeah. Maybe there. And we're going to drop down like that. And we are going to take a shot at them. Now, something I have noticed in the design process for Soldier that I might need to clarify is that if you do that move, you're actually also giving your opponent usually a cover bonus because now you can't see their full mini. Yeah, so that's something that I want to keep in mind. And I might want to just say that like other characters do not benefit from those barricades for cover, because then that way you're not giving them a cover bonus. However, we're just going to play with the way it currently is in 3.75. So can I draw a line of sight to the target? Yes, the target is visible. Is the target fully visible? Can I see everything? And the answer is actually going to be yes, because they're out in the open and this head is higher than the barricade and we can see all down there. So actually, yes, I'm going to adjust that. So we're good. In the case of really small models, that might be not the case, but in this case, we're okay. So we're going to take a shot at our Eldar, at our Omenseer. The Omenseer, we let's see here, we need 4s. We need a 4 to hit because the Omenseer is defense 4. Here we go. And Energy Blast +2 damage on a successful attack action if you gain power this turn. So we will deal, on a 4, we will deal 3 damage. And on a 5 or 6, we will deal 4 damage. And that both would, if we hit it all, 50% chance just to kill the Omenseer. And we beautifully miss. Absolutely miss. Complete, total miss with a 2. Okay, so then that's going to be end of the soldier's turn. Moving on to the top of round 2, the Berserker's turn. Where is our Berserker friend? Right there. Bingo. Okay, so our Berserker has aggression in hand, 8 power. That 360 no scope has not been as terrifying as we thought it was going to be. So what we can do is move to here, get a card for 1 action point. We draw Stimulant. That's great. That's awesome. Then we are going to play for 2 power aggression, going down to 6 power. I think this is going to be okay to sequence it this way. Because what I want to do is then crash through. Like I could just move over it, but instead I'm going to pay to crash through. And we're going to go down to 4 because that is for 2 AP as a move action, right? Because we've already done 1 move action for 1 AP. So the second time you would perform a move action for the Berserker this turn, the second time you perform the action, it costs 2 AP. So crash through is going to be the rest of our turn. But we can crash as a move action through here and attack. Actually, could we crash to here? No, they're not close enough. Crash through here. Yeah. And you know what? We're even going to be spicy and we're going to crash through here and end up here within range of both gravity and radiation, which would immediately make them within radiation, which I don't know. Are they within 3 inches? Just outside. Okay. So we are going to be radiating them as well. Interesting. Okay. Does that all make sense? I think that makes sense. We've got a new game list. We're going to put that stimulant on the behind. And so then when we attack them, we're going to have +1 from aggression, +1 attack from new game plus. And yeah, that's going to be spicy because we just need a 2 up to hit them. And we get a 5. So we're absolutely going, well, let's also resolve our terrain. We're going to let's resolve the attack and then do the radiation stuff. Let's make it easy for ourselves. When it's your turn, you can resolve everything in the order of your preference. So I'm going to resolve the attack and then I'm going to resolve the terrain effects because I got the terrain effects as part of this action. So I'm going to resolve this action and then do those. The desync error is also going to happen. So, because with a 2, let's see, because that's with the 5, that's going to hit, which deals 2 damage normally, but then 3 damage from the New Game Plus, which means that the Omenseer is going to be fully killed. The Omenseer could go ahead and make an attack back, and the Omenseer will. For a 4, the 4 is going to hit and deal 2 points of damage to our Berserker. Or is it going to deal 1? It's going to deal 1 because of New Game Plus, because New Game Plus gives you 1 defense. So that knocks them down to 3. Then the Omenseer is going to go away, and the Berserker is going to get their equipped desync error in hand. We're going to just take those off. Now let's go ahead and resolve the radiation. For 4 rounds, we are now radiated, and let's resolve the gravity. Gravity is a 2, so we are going to be 3s. And then, so with the next move action with our Berserker is going to be 3 inches. And the radiation, anytime we would gain power, we gain an extra power. Anytime we roll a 1 while radiated, we die. So that has been a crazy fast and very complicated turn. But that is going to be the turn, and the Berserker is going to take a kill. We are playing to a kill goal of 2, just like all the other games. I'm wanting to show what a kill goal of 2, a fast game, looks like. So that's that. Wow, that, whew, okay. Bit of a palate cleanser now. Moving on to the Ninja. Ninja has line of sight with the Berserker and is going to attack twice. We're going to do the 360 no scope yet again, because let's see if we can abuse this. I'm just going to roll both at once, and I get a 2 and a 3, so that's going to be the Ninja's turn. Nothing happened. Yeah, I feel like that's just an easy play to keep doing and be like, well, if I get it, I get it, and if I don't, I don't. So there's that. Moving on to the Omenseer's turn again. The Omenseer is going to draw 2 cards as part of coming in to play. They draw Agility and Overwatch. That's nice. And we have a reroll, and we can move wherever we want to go. One thing we could do is we could drop on point 5, right? Equipment Depot 5, and then scooch and get that line of sight on the soldier, which could be really, really nice. But I'm kind of wanting to drop on 1 and get in towards the Ninja and try and get the Ninja. Because I want to get them off their high ground. And that feels nice. Also, then if we got the 360 no scope and started retaining 6s with our divination, if we rolled a 6, we could just hold an automatic kill. So that feels kind of fun. So yeah, we're going to go here for our turn. To start, we are going to move like this way, I think. So we're going to maybe move 5 to here. And then we're going to move the 3 to get, we're going to move the 2 here, 3 here, and get 1 here. So our whole turn is going to be going there and then rolling for charged, which is 5. That's actually pretty nice. At the end of our turn, the charge is going to tick down to 4. There we go. And we are now up in the Ninja's business, and the Ninja cannot use 360 no scope on us. Is going to have to fight us like normal, which feels pretty good. Okay, then that is going to be their turn. So you have complex turns, then you have quick turns. Moving on to our soldier. Soldier's parked right there, just avoided a radiation chain. I think they're gonna shoot twice at the Berserker. The Berserker has 4s for defense. Is slowed. We are going to shoot the Berserker using trigger happy. So we're going to drop down to 4, and we're going to shoot the Berserker twice. I'm going to go grab just 2d6 to roll them at once. We need 4s to hit. A 4 up hits, and we are just dealing normal damage because we did not gain power this turn. We got 4s twice. Beautiful. Okay. That is going to be 2 wounds, two damage, brings him down to 1 hit point. And now we're going to be cheeky. And we're just going to try to hit him again with a regular shot. Yes, okay, we got a 6. They are taken out of the fight. The question is, do they have anything to stop us? Do they have anything to stop us? For 1 power, they could spend a stimulant, but then they'd still go out because of 2. They don't have desync air. Yep, okay, they're going down. And our soldier is going to gain a kill point as well. Okay, so we got 2 kills on the board. Our terrain bits are going to go away. You know, this always goes away. Any terrain effects. Model goes off. We gain their cards. Right on. We get new game plus, aggression, stimulant, desync. That's great. We can just kind of hold up and shoot over our chest high wall. Fantastic. And then we get a kill point. We get a kill. I keep saying kill point. I mean to say kill because kill point is old terminology. Basically, each kill counts as 5 points in scoring. So now it's going to be the Berserker's turn because the soldier is the end of the round. So the Berserker can drop in wherever they want. The Berserker gets 2 cards. We're going to get Brutality and Time Warp. Oh, hell yes. Okay, let's see what we can do to really make it work for us. We reset our hit points to 4. We are going to... We just need to get 1 more kill. We could go for the soldier, who would have defense of 3. We need to equip Brutality to make this happen. So we're going to just place on 5. Right? We're going to place on 5. We're going to equip Brutality, go down to 2. We are then going to crash through as a move action. And we are going to crash through for our final 2 power through this terrain to get right here. Now, why are you not using a normal move action? Because I can use a move action to get an attack as the Berserker. So I'm going to make this attack. I need a 3 to hit. And yeah, let's see what we get. We get a 6. Okay, fantastic. We are going to be dealing 1 extra from Brutality, which means we deal 3 damage to them, taking them down to 1. Oh, hey, guess what? We have 1 AP left. Let's see what we can do with that. We are going to go ahead and attack them again because we haven't done an attack action yet. A 2. I don't know if that worked. Also, I want to walk that back and make sure I did that right. We move in. We have 3 AP. We equip, which is 1. We crash through as a move, which is 1. And then we attack, which is 1. Okay, yeah, that's 3 AP. That's the Berserker's turn. So close! Oh my goodness gracious. But now we are stuck face to face with the soldier who has enough power and all of our old cards. So we got this Time Warp. We're gonna hold this for next time, maybe. Okay, moving on to the Ninja. The Ninja cannot 360 no-scope from this vantage point. Because of the tall terrain, none of that is visible. That is its own separate fight right now. We cannot see that. This doesn't feel good. I have questions. What do we have in our hand? We've got the Ballistic Plating, the Giga Gauntlet, okay, and Brutality. Okay. Okay, here's a really weird idea. Let's discard our 360 no-scope because we take that off the field, seeing what Omenseer is going to do. We burn 3 power to get Ballistic Plating equipped for 1 AP. And oh, well, this is where AP comes in. What if we just equip the Giga Gauntlet for 3? That's 1 AP. And then for our second AP, and then we could dust Ballistic Plating to get 3 again. Yeah, okay. And then for our third AP, we can attack with +2 to our attack, which means we will hit on 2s. Fantastic. A 3. Fantastic. We deal 2 damage to the Omenseer, bringing them down to 1 hit point. Now, what was that for? That 4 was the charged. Okay, cool. That is going to be the ninja's turn. The ninja is stuck, but we have enough power to decoy dodge if we get hit. So we're going to maybe be able to outlast this close range fight. This is tense. This is tense. This is tense. Moving on to the Omenseer. What does the Omenseer have? We've got a reroll, Overwatch, and agility. Actually, you know what? I would want to spend that Overwatch. So I'm gonna call it end of their turn. You know, would you mind if I did this Overwatch at the end of your turn? It goes down to 3. Yeah, no problem. Sure. Great. Wonderful. Overwatch. We are going to Overwatch, which means we need to hit them on 5. 5 or 6. Let's see if we can get a 5. We get a 4, so that's a miss. Doesn't make a difference anyway. So now in our turn, we are going to... We have agility and we have a reroll. We can equip, attack, and reroll if we need to. So let's equip, attack, and reroll if we need to. Equip for 2 goes down to 1. Now we have +1 to our defense. That's great. They now need a 3 to hit us because of their Giga Gauntlet. We're going to attack them. We need to get a... They don't have any defense bonuses, so we just need to get a 4 to hit them. And we get a 3. Okay, we're going to spend the 1 for our reroll, and we have no more power left. And we get a 1! Oh, that's so sad. Okay. And that is our Omenseer's turn. Moving into... Okay, I feel like I'm getting into a roll with this. Moving into our soldier. Maybe it's because we only need 1 more kill, technically, to win this game as a soldier, that I'm feeling kind of a little excited. A little like, okay, roll up the sleeves. Here we go. We've got New Game Plus. We've got Stimulant. We've got Desync. We've got Aggression. We could... we've got options. I think what we're going to want to do is we could either hit the Berserker back, because that's a 3 to hit at this point. And do we have anything that increases our attack? Well, New Game Plus does, but we want our kill. We don't want to give that up. We also like this in our hand. It's good right now. Because so a kill is worth 5 points and this card is worth 4. So worth keeping for now, I think. Then Stimulant, we might need to use that Stimulant, but we can't use it on an off turn. And Desync Error, that could be really useful too. But if we equip Desync Error, we have 2 AP left, which means we'd be able to do an attack. See, this is and if we could also dust. So we could dust and attack. So if we equip Desync Error, no, we should equip Aggression, right? Because if we equip Aggression, then we'll be hitting them on 2+. And then if we dust Desync Error, we'll have 5 power, and then we can, for our last AP, use Trigger Happy and still have 1 power remaining that if we survive to another turn, we can use Stimulant. That's what we're going to do. I have to think this one out, because Aggression is going to give us +1 to attack, and then as long as we get more than their defense, they're dead. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. As long as we get more than their defense, they're dead. This is great that we have this hand and the Berserker came into us, because if we didn't have this hand and the Berserker came into us, we would not have options to fight them off like this. So this is luck of the hand. Okay. Cool. And if we confirm this win right now with our 2 dice that we're about to roll, we'll have 8 points in hand, 10 points from kills, and 5 points equipped for a total of 23, which means we might be in the lead for points too. So Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, so first one, we need to get, it would be 3. So let's talk this out, make sure I don't screw up. Can we draw a line to their model from our model? Yes, they are a visible target, which we can attack. Can we see their whole model? Yes. Therefore, they do not get a bonus from cover, and we are just using their base defense plus any defense modifiers. Their base defense is 3. They have no defense modifiers. Okay, all right. What attack modifiers do we have? We have +1 to our attack, which means we just need to get 2s to deal. 2s is our break even. 3s is our automatic kill. Let's go for it. We get a 4. Yes! Okay. We do it. And just for good measure, we get a 5. Okay, yeah, we would overkill them. Fantastic. All right. They are wiped off the board. They do not have any sort of response. And that is 2 kill points, 2 kills, bringing us to the end of our 4-player game at 46 minutes. Let's move into the points phase because that's how we determine who our actual winner is in the scoring. Our Berserker had 1 kill for 5 points, Brutality card equipped, and Time Warp in hand. So that's going to be a total of 11 points for our Berserker. Let's look at our Ninja. They have 2 cards equipped, 1 in hand, and no kills. So their cards are going to be Brutality for 2 points, 360 for 4, and Giga Gauntlet for 3, for a total of 9. All right, so 11 and 9. Excuse me, Berserker is ahead of the Ninja. The Omenseer is coming in the end with just at the bottom of the pack with just the Agility equipped for 2 points. So see, like Omenseer last game was the clear winner, got all the points, got completely fed. And then our Soldier, I'm probably going to come in with the winner, has 2 kills for 10 points plus 3. So 23, 25, 30, 33 points from cards in hands and equipped. So yes, the Soldier flew to the top. So that is a 2-player, that is a 2-kill game of 4-player kill count. And as you can see, that took about 45 minutes. And I had to explain what was on the board and everything. So that is how fast these games can go. Want to set up and join? Find me at Waystone or online. You can have a wonderful pickup match, and we can talk about the rules and the system and see what's working, see what isn't. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.